Hey everyone, this is Rob again, bringing you RuinWorks' latest release for July 2023. This is the first release of the month, and it is a scene called Farm on Fire. So this scene is a 35 by 30 square grid scene. It includes 4 levels: a cellar, ground floor, second floor, and a roof level. If you go to the roofs, you can also see that there are a couple of trees that have also been built into the scene. The main feature of this scene is the ability to light one of the houses on fire, and I guess I'll run through that now. So on the scene we have 3 buildings: a barn on the left, house 1, which is labeled, in the middle, and house 2 on the right. So house 1 is the house that can be lit on fire. If we zoom into the house itself, we will notice that there are a bunch of flame tiles about the house. These can be double clicked. Please note double clicked to activate the flames in those areas. So all you need to do is double click on the button and then flames will appear. Now the reason I've made it so that we can add fire to different locations is so you have a bit of flexibility in case your players decide to cast create water or in some other way douse the flames. You can turn them off in certain locations. Flames consist of a tile, flame tile, special lights which have been set to include the light dome feature, which adds that kind of a shimmering around them, and also there are sound beacons in place for the fire sound itself, and also for a baby crying on the second floor. Now, please note, when you double click the individual flame signs on the map itself, the sounds are not affected, only the images. If we want to affect the sounds, there is a sound bar put in the left margin here under House 1 sounds, so we can have the sound of the fire on levels 1, 2, and 3, which is the roof, and also there is the baby cries on the second floor. So if we add in the sounds for the first floor, we can turn those on, and now when I drag a token out, you'll be able to hear the flames inside the building. There are also buttons on the left margin to turn on and off the flames for the entire house. So that would just essentially click all of the buttons that are shown on the map itself. So if you click add fire to house, you can see fires added everywhere on the first floor, on the second floor as well, and also the roofs. I mentioned that there is the baby crying sound on the second floor as well. The idea here is that PCs might want to run through the fire to rescue the child from the second floor. So you have to run up the stairs here, kind of pass through the flames. And as soon as you open this door, you should be able to hear it. You can see a little drip here. So that's kind of the main feature of the scene. Otherwise, it depicts generally a farm. There are interaction points around the farm. So in the barn itself, you can use the interaction points to climb stairs and ladders. All the doors will change images again, and all of them have sound attached. Last thing I'll bring our attention to in this scene is in the cellar area, and as usual I've just added another secret passage in case you want to continue the adventure in some other manner, and if you don't want that to show, you can just click on the toggle here in the right margin to show or hide the stairs. So that's the farm on fire scene. You can also turn off all of the flames with a single click of the button in the left margin if you want to turn them all off at once, and use this as a generic farm scene. How I would imagine using this perhaps is if there are bandits or some other bad guy bothering farmers in the area. PCs could come here, get details, go off on an adventure, raid the bandits hideout, come back here to report back and find out that the house is now on fire. The bandits found out about it and decided to take retribution on this house by setting it on fire. And hence, you can use this scene once when they first get here to get the information, and then on the way back it can have changed by having fire there. And that's kind of how I like to try using my scenes, is more than once, like introduce it and then show how it changes when they return later. As always, I've included a quick button up here in the top left. You just click on that and it'll open up the journal notes for this scene. Just briefly goes over the interaction points, what the doors do. It also goes over how to add fire to the house and which buttons do what. Yeah, so that brings us to the end of the scene for this release. Hope you like it, guys. Let me know what you think. It looks like we will be doing the old bridge for next release as voted on by you guys. So that will be the second release for July, and I'll put up another Patreon vote for next month. Hope you like it, guys. Cheers. Bye for now.